D'accord. Greetings once again. We are back for another episode of Tales from the Yawning Portal. And we changed some programs that we are using, and I will let my players introduce themselves while I finish setting that up. And in no particular order. Need to turn my
I'm
camera
Sam. I play Yania Arca, the fallen ASMR, dexterous, semi-charismatic, horrible at combat fighter.
My name's Alex. I play the lovely Goblin Verm, who seems to get the group in a lot of trouble, especially right now.
I'm Loco, and I play Band-Aid, the Furball Cleric, who is always running out of spells because he's always having to heal everybody after Verm gets us into trouble.
I thought we weren't going to drop any names there.
Too late, sorry.
I'm Caleb. I play Torrent, the monk, drunken master, water genasi, all sorts of stuff.
Next.
Brain, I play Borg, the bugbear.
Hello, my name is Ben. I play Huxley. No, wait, I am Huxley. And I play Zosa Mospeki, the paladin from the distant land. Not so distant these days, of Chelt.
Do you play Zosa, or does Zosa play you?
Nice.
I was about to do Osric. I had to really think about that.
And I am Jeff, also known as Kingbashman here in chat and on the channel. I am the somewhat under the weather DM for this particular session. Yeah, let's get into it. Last the party left off, they were in a room filled with a myriad of different dioramas, and they've managed so far to figure out that a lot of them seem to have a arcane and magical nature about them. So that being said, we will pick up from there. Party, the floor is yours.
Where exactly were we in terms of doing things in here? I know Verm and Zosa were still under the influence,
No, never.
but I can't remember if we had a clue right at the end or if we were still like stuck.
Loco just did the riddle, didn't he?
Yeah, there was a riddle, and I'm pretty sure Loco guessed it. Or
It was
Basically,
white, wasn't it?
That was for a random magic item.
Yeah, the riddle is for magic item.
Okay.
But we're still left with the conundrum of Zosa and Verm have been utterly transfixed by the dioramas. And we spent 3 hours being transfixed by the dioramas.
Well, now I remember exactly where we left off. Loco showed me arrows that were +1 so I could make a save again.
Oh yeah.
And I did not pass it.
Oh yeah, that's the magic item he pulled. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember now. Looking at the this chimney or hole that was here, if I remember correctly, it went a little ways and then jutted out, right, Jeff?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Looking kind of down and around at the dioramas, is there any words that are spelled out in them or anything of that sort? That might lead to a clue.
Not really, no. None that you can see.
Borg, you want to do some smashing?
Hey Borg, are you in Fantasy Grounds?
Because of the changes, Fantasy Ground keeps crashing on me.
Okay.
I'm getting back in right now.
Well, guys, how has your new year been so far? While we're waiting on. Oh, there he is. Hey, there he is. Never mind.
Still
We're
not
getting-
good enough, unfortunately. Pretty good. I've been enthralled by this weird.
Dude, I was just about to say,
Table.
I've really become a fan of artwork in 2021.
Yeah.
In particular, dioramas. Like ancient Aztecian dioramas are my shit.
No, they're mine.
It's
I'm
our
into
shit.
them more than you.
It's not a competition, Verm.
Yes, it is.
Go Borg.
Okay,
It's a competition I'm going to lose.
It's a competition, and I win because I'm taller. I can see more of it than you. You have to
But I'm
stand on your
closer
tippy
to
toes
it.
to see the very base.
But I'm closer to it. It's on the
I will be
floor.
happy to pick you up as long as you
No.
don't knock anything over.
Knock
I have a good
everything
view.
over.
Yeah. So after what, like roughly 18 to 24 hours, Zosa and Verm have literally not moved from their spots, notwithstanding a grappling contest with Torrent.
I still can't believe you all won that.
He's about an
Yeah.
inch taller.
Yeah, that was
Don't
Not okay.
underestimate the power of artwork.
Yeah. I would say as Band-Aid's holding the arrows, Verm would be like walking in place toward it but couldn't move. He's just
Farm's got a treadmill under his feet.
yeah.
This is how we make him lose his gold belly, guys.
Yeah.
No.
It's a bag of holding under his shirt.
Verm is a dad bod for gold.
Oh yeah.
He's got a gold bod,
Yeah.
but he works out at Gold's gym.
He
So,
owns the gold gym.
Real talk between the people that aren't enthralled by pictures. Y'all just want to break this shit and see if it fixes them?
I feel like that's the only option, but remember, be careful.
They may get angry.
Yeah, be careful. If you go near them, I think they try to penetrate your mind.
Fair. DM, would arrows be suffice in breaking these, or would it need to be like a melee weapon?
You're not entirely sure. You would think either one should work.
Yeah, because I mean I hit one with my magic missile and it did. So it physically did damage with ranged attacks there, even though it was magic missile.
Force damage.
Yeah.
As far as you know. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and start launching them at the ones they're stuck on.
It's like me and Zosa in
guess.
300 with the arrows coming down. Guess I would not be a fan.
I'm gonna compare that perception check to your attack roll.
Oh, okay. I gotta find my longbow real quick.
Yeah,
we
if you're
go.
rolling that one, I'm gonna notice it.
So yeah, you win that.
And there's the damage if you need it.
So the damage makes me notice. I just wanted to see if I would have noticed a missing shot.
Oh, we never said a hit.
Well, I mean, the DM gets to decide, but I think a 23 would probably hit.
It's an AC
Maybe
of
not.
25. No, just
Yeah.
Just
What?
missed. AC
Just
of 40.
missed. AC
Yeah.
24. Sorry.
AC of 40. Yes.
All right, so the DM said it's a miss. That's canon. We're just gonna move on.
Verm,
Yes.
where you're standing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I can do this myself. Watch this. Wow, you rolled a nat
That was
one on
good.
that.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Question, Verm, what weapon are you currently holding in hand and or armor are you wearing?
Probably my bow and my studded leather. My acid resistant.
Okay, some object that you are holding or wearing suddenly starts to get very, very hot and almost painful to the touch to hold.
Does it like look like it's like heating up or anything of the sorts?
Yeah, you can start to notice it's starting to glow red hot.
Guess I'll let go of it and I'll take my armor off.
It's a gold piece.
Someone put a hand warmer gold piece in Verm's armor.
He just sits there holding it and it's just burning his fingers. You can smell the meat cooking. He won't let it go.
Gold.
This is my shiny.
I like that idea. Good torture method.
It's like a thing from Saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would take it off. I mean, it would take a while for me to take off my armor, but... Do I notice anything why this is happening?
You are standing right next to you are standing right next to, there's a description for this somewhere. You're standing right beside the diorama that has a model of a canyon. A river of lava flows down it while flames lick its walls.
Oh, then instead of dropping my stuff, if I notice it, I'll move away.
Okay.
You can't.
Like, I just gotta stay in this 5-foot square radius. So careful, don't let the lava burn the diorama.
Zosa seems to disregard you. She's completely unarmed, by the way. She has her hands splayed out on the table, and she just every now and then she just like moves her eyes from one little figurine to another. There's like a little bit of drool coming out her mouth, like she's just like completely transfixed.
Yeah,
Her eyes
someone
seem
hard way.
glazed over.
I'm gonna shoot another arrow at the one that Zosa's on.
Okay.
Did the first one do damage, like chip something off or do anything?
Yeah, it's a 23 to hit.
Excuse me. Yeah, you noticed that some of the figures got knocked over, and you saw a couple like splinters and things kind of like fly up through the air as you grazed the pieces of this diorama.
If that's the
Okay.
case, then Zosa immediately like balks, like ah, and she like sets immediately to like repositioning the figurines back where they were. So now she's like fidgeting, trying to position them right where they were before. And she's like, "What happened?" Ah! like she doesn't exactly seem to realize what caused the disturbance. She's just really like hyper focused on making things right again.
I mean, is
like
there an arrow stuck in the diorama?
I imagine it flew across the room. But that would be funny if they sort of get an arrow part of it now.
Yeah,
Zosa would try to remove it.
I would too. That's why I was asking.
I'm gonna tell like Torrent, Band-Aid, and Borg that if they have ranged stuff, start hitting this diorama.
Okay.
We'll try another. Oh, that was the wrong damage. There we go.
So it looks like the table is just getting pelted by projectiles now.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zosa looks up from the table. She looks to whoever, I guess it's hard to say who she looks to. She just calls out like, "Stop, stop!" And she kind of like repositions herself to try to interpose herself between you and the diorama. And she unslings her crossbow. She says, "Don't fire again!
As they
You will
fire,
pay!"
as they keep on firing.
Zosa, you're going crazy. It's just
Should we roll for
paintings.
initiative?
I mean, this is a lot of attacks that are happening.
You
and-
know,
I-
at this
yeah,
point,
like-
yeah. Go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
I feel like Zosa's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
respond to this.
Oh, you guys are fucked.
Didn't want it to come to this.
No, you just wasted a nat 20. We're good.
That is true.
There you go, Borg. I haven't seen you on the top of the initiative in a long time.
Yeah.
I usually roll pretty shitty when it comes to initiative.
Um, Verm. Guess what?
Yes.
You got the top initiative roll.
Yeah, I hope so with the 29. It's almost a 30.
Oh, actually, I forgot. The diorama's got to roll initiative. Oh, they beat you. No. You go first.
Question is, well, I don't want to shoot at Torrent. I learned that last week.
No, by all means, shoot at Torrent again.
Yeah, shoot it for it.
Go ahead, shoot me. I
I
dare
shoot
you.
Ken.
Intimidate him, Torrent.
Well, actually, who shot at the most?
Torrent.
I think I launched 2 sling bullets at that thing.
I mean, the last person to attack it was Borg. I don't know.
I would say you would probably know by now at this point that Yin kind of was the ringleader behind everybody attacking this. They kind of started this little trend. However, I would say probably Torrent probably attacked it the most because monks. So it's at this point, I mean, you would you've got options. So.
I mean, I know Torrent can deflect it and throw it back because I've seen it happen, and he told me about it. So we're gonna go for the grandma.
Bitch.
Yes, but if you roll high enough in damage, he rolls low on his deal.
Hey Yen, have you taken damage?
No, I'm full HP.
Okay, that's fine.
Not for long. while I
I
eat my
missed.
cheese crackers.
And that passes my turn. I yell, "Don't the diorama! Don't shoot it! Don't you dare!"
Borg.
And I.
No, we're not through. Borg is not gonna like that the little gob firing one of his friends, one of his other friends.
Hey, Borg, your audio is cutting in and out.
I mean, to be fair, she shot me first.
Uh-oh.
You do be frenzy.
I don't know why it came in as frenzy for.
Are you just going into like a regular rage?
Yeah, that's right where my regular rage was, and it's now saying it's a frenzy.
There you
I don't know if you want to fix that.
go. All I did was open it up on your character sheet and checked it.
Right. It shouldn't have. I just checked the one, so. He's going to. Diorama right there was the one that.
Make a charisma save.
Does he pass by the other one on the way?
Burning Sands. Yes, he did actually. Borg, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I thought it was a charisma.
Different diorama.
Different.
Yes.
Rip.
As you're passing by this diorama of the area where it shows like a region of burning sands where where devils are torturing those that you can see. How would I do?
Oh, we got the DM on the ropes.
Well, as you pass by it, you
Nothing new.
Borg might not really notice it, but Zosa and Verm, you start to see like a small trickle of blood coming from Borg's nose for about a brief moment, like maybe a second. You just see blood starting to come down, and then it just stops.
Hmm.
Don't get blood in the diorama.
Do not stain the paint. You do not know how many roots and leaves were ground to make this color of green.
It's greener than me, Borg.
Almost.
Do I need to make a save now that I'm where I'm standing for charisma or whatever it was?
For that one, yes. Yes, charisma save, please.
You got him to the side. You got him to the side.
I knew you would see the reason.
I still have inspiration from last week.
You do.
Well,
Doesn't
let's
that
have it.
expire? Oh, that expires at the end of each session. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, better.
crunchy.
The question is it the one you
Thank
rolled for?
God.
Though?
It's the one that was given to me.
That doesn't carry over.
You're a lucky bugbear.
You are a lucky bugbear. You are. You're.
Internal TPK.
Yeah, you feel slightly compelled to this diorama, like your other two party mates were, but somehow you managed to shake it off. Like the just the internal boiling rage that you have inside of you just kind of just barely helps you fucking overcome it.
Like the Luddite that you are.
This isn't gonna be a green diorama anymore.
Saying
It's
that.
gonna be red. What
All
color
You
is
see my
what color is goblin blood?
Doesn't matter. It's all blood. Nope, you didn't target me or Zosa. That sucks. No, just. Are you targeting one of us?
Or the diorama.
nope.
Oh, okay. Diorama.
You're a better man than I am. Berm hit me.
Well, I thought
Well,
about
considering your character is not a man.
Fair.
By default. On the flip side, Yenny is a better woman than all of us. Except maybe Zosa.
Better grandma
forgot.
than we all will be.
Except the
Boy,
grandfather.
she's like 18.
second attack.
Now.
You were a wise old 38.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were.
A wizened
What a grandma.
38-year-old.
Hey, in D&D
10 hit.
terms, that technically isn't wrong.
10 hit.
Nope.
Natural one.
Dang.
Wait, doesn't he have to roll to see if he hits one of us by accident?
That would not be good.
Oh yeah.
Now that you mention it.
But what if he hits himself?
Very
What you
likely.
Think about that.
Very likely.
Taking a great axe to an ankle.
What if his great axe just breaks? His 6,000 gold great axe shatters right here.
Borg, roll me a d6, please. Odd, Zosa, even, Verm. Zosa, roll to see if you hit Zosa.
You still have a point of inspiration.
You can only use one per turn though.
Ah, son of a bitch. Is it a reaction to use a point of inspiration?
You sure?
That's a miss. I feel like Zosa kind of like shoves you out of the way of the diorama as you're swinging towards her, and that causes you to miss both. Just like right over her head.
You now notice, Zosa, that there is all kinds of large amount of damage done to this diorama and the table type, the flat setting that it is upon. Many of the figures have been knocked over or smashed or have been forcefully moved off of their little pedestal of sorts.
Does this inflict a die roll upon me?
A what?
Some kind of like control breaking die roll or anything like that?
It's only if he hits you.
Okay. And in that case, Zosa sees it and she calls out like no, and she starts to panic and like she starts to cry like what are you doing? Get away! And she's like pointing her crossbow frantically towards Borg. But it's not her turn, so she can't fire yet.
Wait, I'm gonna return fire on Verm. It's only fair.
You instigated this.
Does Verm
You
get a bonus?
instigated this.
You shot me with a magic missile.
I feel like Verm should get a bonus because he's blocked.
He's on high ground now.
You were supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm on high ground.
not join
By
it.
like 10 feet.
Borg is huge. Borg is like humongous.
And I'm very small.
Yeah, so Borg.
You're a medium creature still.
The Verm should get a +2.
I am technically a small creature, sir.
Oh.
Everybody except Band-Aid, roll me a d20.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully it wasn't the one who rolls the lowest.
Uh-oh.
All right, congratulations, Yinia. You got the inspiration point from Mandy's card redemption.
Wow.
Oh, sweet.
Hey.
Thanks. I'm gonna use it to kill Verm. What?
Oh, yeah.
By all means.
Oh boy.
So if he dies, Mandy, it's your fault.
So,
Yeah.
where the usage,
Yeah.
I suppose.
I mean, to be fair though, it's not a bad thing.
the atrocities that Verm has afflicted upon this realm.
I'm kind of ready to bring in my next one.
Yeah. Do I have any plus to my AC?
I think you should get a +2 because Borg is.
I mean, it still hits either way.
hulking
but-
bugbear. Wow, yeah.
And I'm an
never mind.
expert marksman.
If it doesn't matter, why did you bring it up?
Well, if it's a -5, it matters. If it's a -2, it doesn't.
I don't think it would be -5.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
think so
that's
either.
3/4 cover.
Yeah.
All right, Verm.
Yes.
Well, I'll do it on your turn.
Okay. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get a turn.
Nope.
Rip.
Ah!
And that's my turn.
My beef.
Oh, my beef. Ribbit.
Oh boy.
Toby just starts smacking me.
Typical corn now.
Did Toby roll for the diorama possession thing?
He's immune to charm.
I
Oh, give me a break.
release a sling bullet at.
He's
at,
protected by plot armor.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't want to do this because Zosa is pretty trusted friend, companion, but I'm gonna fire a sling bullet at Zosa.
Not the healer.
Had to be done.
Seems like you got her right in the temple.
Right, like
Oh my word.
Is that?
That
Oh, okay.
that was a nice chunk of damage.
That wasn't bad.
yeah, not bad for a little sling. Yeah.
I don't have my second attack yet, do I? Or do I? Sorry, what?
Said you're a level 5 monk, aren't you?
You're right. The second sling bullet. Sorry, Zosa.
Not bad.
That's it. I just I begin reloading.
So
Alright.
praise to her gun. She kills all of you.
Zosa, the look in her eyes is one you haven't really seen before. Borg, looking at her, it's like you're looking at a brand new woman. Like she looks utterly furious and she's looking at you with this fury. She's got the crossbow in front of her. She mutters a prayer, and her crossbow begins to glow white hot as she invokes her channel divinity ability to give herself a sacred weapon bonus. And so she gets an extra +3, and her crossbow sheds bright light. And then she'll use her second wind ability as a bonus action to heal, gaining maximum hit points back. and then she'll pass her turn. Whatever's about to happen, it looks like she's about to unleash fury upon you, Borg.
Band-Aid, you, in all of your infinite wisdom that has been passed to you by the grandfather tree, you're just kind of sitting there watching all this go down, and you're just kind of sitting there going, you're starting to have like that internal conflict of, why am I here?
Because of Duff.
I've had that in real life.
Hey, Duff.
It's a heckin' Duff, man.
It's heckin' Duff.
Yeah, so anyway, as he sees these guys infighting, basically, he is going to start to mutter some words. A ball of lightning appears out of his hands, and he casts it at the diorama. And the next person that does so will gain advantage. I just don't have anything to put the advantage effect on.
Gotcha. All right, not a problem. That's your turn. All right. Verm, your favorite thing.
Oh.
Oh, stinky.
Oh boy, it's the Sunless Citadel all over again.
Yeah.
Borg. Should you choose to hit the diorama, you have advantage on your first attack.
Rolls 2 nat ones. The curse of Lamia.
First
No
roll of the
comment.
Lamia is you don't talk about the Lamia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. How badly how badly damaged does the diorama look?
It looks pretty beat up.
Don't do it! I swear to you!
Swear to me.
Borg will look over at Zosa and just with this creepy grin.
Zosa grimaces like you're about to hit her, even though she knows you're about to hit the diorama.
I had to give myself advantage, so I rolled twice.
That's fine. You will notice that this diorama is at that point now where it's kind of barely holding itself together now. Yin, it's your turn.
Decisions.
I know you.
Diorama's still looking pretty rough.
It's looking
Or did
rough.
Borg finally destroy it with that? Okay.
It's it looks like it's barely holding itself together.
Okay. We'll go ahead and launch 2 arrows at it. I'm gonna
That's a
guess
miss.
that misses. And that doesn't.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's the second arrow definitely hits.
Yeah.
It hits pretty well.
That's good. That's it for me then.
Torrent?
Okay. Are there too many bodies blocking the diorama for me right now, or is it big enough that I can still see the edges?
Well, Verm's on the ground.
That's a good point.
Zosa and Borg are big, beefy, medium-sized creatures, so I would say +2 bonus to the diorama's AC, whatever the AC is, on that.
Think so?
But I'm not running the game.
What do you say, Jeff?
It's also not Mathfinder either. Just roll to attack.
Mathfinder? Yeah, fire for effect.
Yeah, just shoot it.
I miss Mathfinder. Is that a natural? Oh, okay, never mind.
It's a natural 3 there. Pretty good, huh?
Close to a 1.
And I'll fire my second shot at it as well. Oh!
So many
better.
crits on this inanimate object.
Hey, at least I rolled a crit on
Ooh.
Yen earlier.
Yeah.
Hey.
Torrent.
Yes.
I feel odd even asking this, but how do you want to do this? You beat up an inanimate object.
There's like one clay figurine still standing, and I whip a sling bullet right into it. Explodes into a pile of red dust.
Zosa, you see this. Yeah. You see this happen. Your next turn you were gonna have advantage, but on your
Is
charisma
Zosa still
save.
affected by? Is Zosa still affected by a charm or something?
Well,
I'm a good role player. Just give it to me straight.
You know, I'll say no, because it doesn't say anything about the effects lasting even if it's destroyed, and it doesn't say anything either way. So I'm just gonna say you destroyed the diorama, so yeah, the effect drops.
All right, so here's what happens on Zosa's turn. Zosa casts a spell. She's still muttering prayers to herself, like give me the strength I need to protect this diorama. And she'll cast divine favor on herself. And then she aims squarely at point blank range at Borg's head. And Borg, you see this glowing white hot crossbow, this bolt just gathering divine energy. You know it's gonna shoot you right in the head. 0 chance to miss. And then at the last second, Zosa's eyes roll into the back of her head, and she falls backwards. And right as she does so, she pulls the trigger, and the bolt flies into the ceiling and just vaporizes a 3-foot sphere. And then she passes out and collapses to the ground, and her crossbow stops glowing.
She shoots and hits Vern.
And she falls unconscious.
It's firm in the toe.
And she'll pass her turn.
Oh, the beef.
The Band-Aid will go over to it's not let me move. There we go. I'm going to go over to Verm and cast Spare the Dying, but he is not going to heal Verm. He's going to Verm up and put him over his shoulder to some 7 foot in the air. And he looks at Borg and winks. I believe it will be safer for us all this way.
You'll, with that being said, Borg has turned. Hold on. Grab Zosa.
Zosa's already starting to stir awake. It was like just a momentary blackout where she just fell to the ground briefly.
If only Bash.
Right. This is true. Okay, I'll say pretty much at this point now, yeah, we're out of combat, or at least initiative order for the time being. So what's that everybody doing?
Do I have any memory of what happened?
Borg will
Zosa,
assist you to your feet.
yeah, Zosa she stands up. She seems groggy. She seems honestly like exhausted. Her lips are chapped. She hasn't had anything to eat or drink in all this time. She's staring. She's staring blearily at the wreckage of the artwork with this profound look of confusion on her face. And this goes on for more than 6 seconds.
Okay.
She hasn't even reached to pick up her crossbow yet.
Borg will take his water skin and hold it in your direction and drink.
I imagine you kind of slam it into her chest a little bit, just to kind of snap her out of it. She grabs it, and she takes a drink. First, just like a light sip, because she's still like looking down at the floor at the wreckage, and then like as soon as the water hits her lips, her eyes go wide, and she starts like gulping the water. She starts like hacking and coughing a bit because she drank too much water. And she's just like, she just like hands you back the water skin. It's almost empty now.
Borg will lightly chuckle and be like, "So what you get?"
And Zosa just slams it into your hand. She's frustrated. She tries to reach down and grab her crossbow, but she's so shaky from like hunger and exhaustion. She just kind of like snatches it up and she scoots over towards a wall and just like leans back into the corner and sits down.
Make another charisma save. No, just
Yeah. That would be funny though.
I'm waiting for it. I mean, like this is a game and we are playing. So
Yeah, you are.
whatever you want to do.
this is TPK Simulator.
TPK Simulator 2021.
Yeah.
I'd kind of holler down to everyone and let them know I found a little hole up here. And that whenever, if we rest and come back, we should try and avoid the dioramas and come up and check it.
Yep.
And then, I'll be right back. So if the group wants to rest, just move me with them.
Okay.
I think Zosa just lays flat on her back. And she's just like breathing heavily. She's trying to calm down. I imagine her mind is racing. You know, this is a little bit out of game, but I feel like enchantment is one of the darkest things you can afflict a person with. You know, controlling their mind and making them do something against their will. Make them think that that's what they want to do. Like, it's extremely, extremely dark.
And they remember everything.
Especially if they remember everything. If they don't remember everything, that's one thing, because it's almost
Yeah.
like you just kind of black out and you lose time.
It's a pretty dark metaphor.
But if I feel like Zosa's thinking back on it, and it's like, maybe she thought about other things. She thought about, like, I wonder what Band-Aid thinks about the diorama. Why isn't Band-Aid coming over here? And like, she's thinking about what she felt during that time. These stretches of hours. Like, where she almost didn't think about anything at all, but like there's almost like another part of her in the back of her mind saying, what are you doing? Let's move on. But there was some stronger part of her that was compelled to stay. It's got to be intensely frightening. You know, like, just if it happened to you as an average human, if something magically compelled you to do something else. Zosa's lucky it was just something as tame as staring at a diorama instead of, say, murder your friend. You know, like, I always think about how dark the School of Enchantment really is. I feel like Zosa's just reeling with that. With that invasion of her free will. For such an extended period of time. Harry Potter kind of touched on this with the spell that controls you. I don't remember the name of it, but the Harry Potter novels kind of went into that a little bit. I've always found it really, really fascinating. The trauma of it. But anyway, that's what Zosa's doing.
Right. No more drinking.
Oh, Jesus. That reminds me, I need another beer. Hang on.
In his defense, yeah, I've
Give
read
me
the
a shot.
Harry Potter novels a long time ago. They're pretty good. But yeah, back on.
I would
back
be
on
waxing
subject.
philosophical about it regardless.
I mean,
Jeff,
to be
you
fair,
didn't have to explain it. I got it the first time.
I think at some point Zosa would probably crawl her way over to where Verm is and probably administer some aid. Probably she'd give him 10 points to play on hands.
No. We will leave him for now.
That's gonna be a long climb up a furball.
remember the same kind of thing happened to Borg and I.
I don't remember.
Let him rest without the dreams of what has just happened.
Zosa will make a wisdom saving throw. See, charisma. Yeah, charisma.
You are conflicted. Let us not let our little friend go through the same. You are much stronger than he.
Can you make a persuasion check? I will give you advantage because of Zosa's adult state.
I mean, technically, she physically isn't stronger than Verm.
I don't have persuasion. What do you want?
It would just be.
Well, in that case, it would be a raw charisma check, but I'll give you advantage on it. Wow. Wow.
Let's just stand still.
Zosa looks like she's gonna do it, but I feel like you met the DC just perfectly. So she stays her hand for a moment, but she looks at you coldly. She kind of mutters through like a dry cough. She mutters, "It wasn't his fault. We were afflicted." by some cursed magic. And she smacks at the broken diorama pieces. Earlier, she was revering them, but now she's just smacking them, and she starts smashing them with her fist. And she starts throwing them across the room. She's so frustrated.
Zosa, you are very emotional. What else is going inside that head of...
We have wasted so much time. She just slams more pieces on the ground. Why could I not see how stupid this endeavor was? I just want to get out of here. And her voice is echoing across the chamber. And she starts crying a little bit in her anger. She's just like clenching her teeth and squinting her eyes. She's just so furiously frustrated with herself and the situation.
Band-Aid sits down and he kind of cradles Verm in his arms. And he says, "Come, sit next to me. Everything will be all right."
Would you make another persuasion check?
Oh my goodness.
She's borderline hostile, so I just want to see what happens.
We'll be right back.
Ooh.
Oh my lord.
So when tensions are high, when
That's a
tensions are
nat
this
5,
high, I don't think Zosa listens at this point. She says, I need some time to think. And she stands up and kicks more broken pieces away, and she moves back into her corner. And she sits down, and she's not particularly looking at anybody. You don't get the impression that she's being hostile toward you. You get the feeling that she's laden with guilt and hatred for this place.
He looks down at Verm, although he's unconscious, and he says, "I will never understand humans."
I whispered to Band-Aid.
Me either.
I will let you know, I will remind you, Zosa is a half-elf, but she does have a human heritage. Is anybody else doing anything in particular?
The
I'll kind
powers,
of stand.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say,
go ahead.
the powers that be aren't doing anything right now.
Powers that be are happy to allow other things to happen without their involvement.
Let us take time
That's
to...
the truth.
How about a short rest?
Yeah, he looks over at Zosa. Some of it us needed more than others.
I'm already taking one.
I think Zosa will acknowledge that. She'll nod at you, but it's like through a haze of emotion.
As everybody kind of settles in, Verm will kind of, not Verm, Band-Aid will kind of bend his head over and whisper into Verm's ear, because he's not dead, he's just kind of unconscious. "Listen, little one. We appreciate all you do. But remember, listen, look, check for traps." And he gets a big smile on his face, kind of like he's a little bit happy with himself. But he says it kind of over and over and over again.
I think at some point Zosa, there are other dioramas, right? Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one right next to us. This right next to this door to the north.
I don't think it's right next to the door. It's near.
I see that 5-foot point arrow thing.
Yeah, where the end of the arrow is where that diorama is.
I think Zosa idly starts loading her crossbow and firing at it. And she just wants to shoot the little pieces off. And she starts making a little game out of it. She kind of lays out in the prone, sprawls her legs out, gets really comfortable, and just starts shooting again and again until it's destroyed. However long it takes. She's just going to take her frustration out by practicing on it.
Okay. Yeah. You're slowly chipping away well, with each crossbow bolt hitting it, you're slowly chipping away the sculpted out miniature versions of this canyon, and for however long.
And after a few minutes, whenever she hits one, she just lets out a cheer like, aha! And she'll hit it again and she'll be like, yeah, take that! Cuss this, cuss! And she's just like, just letting all her frustration go.
Be thankful, little one, you are missing all of this.
Can we get a short rest out of that? Out of all that?
Sure.
At the end of
Oh, that was Apollo. What the hell?
I wouldn't benefit from a short rest though.
Calamity. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the rejects.
I think after a while
Sit
you would
back
gain
and
a hit
enjoy
point,
the
right?
entertainment.
You have to roll a d4, and it's that many hours after being stabilized that he would come back. By raw, anyways.
at the end of the short rest, while Band-Aid still holds Verm in his lap, he will give him cure wounds at 3rd level.
Yen, you bitch! No.
Did that?
No.
What did Gord do? Oh, he
Spent a
recovered a
hit
hit die.
die.
Okay, gotcha. I think Zosa will do that as well.
Yeah, I was thinking too. I was like, what? Barbarians don't have hit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They
I was
have
trying
hit
to
die, though. Never mind.
Verm would walk up to Board, and he'll be like, and he will say, I am genuinely sorry that I shot you. It was against my will. I would never shoot you. I hope you know that. And then he ignores Yen. No, just no. He'll
Yen's
walk
like,
up to Yen.
It's like, what the fuck, bro?
He'll walk up to Yen, and he'll say the same thing.
Org would have winked at you before you walked away.
Yen, as the godmother for Toby, I would never kill you.
I would have taken good care of Toby.
Such,
I don't doubt that. Sorry, you saying, Bandit?
it's such responsibility.
Yeah. And then I pick up my arrows.
Zosa will stand up, and she's kind of like looking in the direction of the group. And she's watching Verm, but she doesn't make any moves to come towards you guys. She will edge around the corner and go straight to the door, and she'll inspect it for traps or listen at the door for noises.
Right. You go up to this door to inspect it. You notice that it's barred. But other than that, nothing else about the door stands out just from glancing at
Is it barred in such a way that I can unbar it from this side?
it. Oh yeah.
Zosa will do so.
Okay.
And she'll attempt to listen to see if there's anything on the other side of the door.
Roll for it. Roll that beautiful.
Should we just destroy every day in this room?
You don't hear anything.
Zosa opens the door.
All right, you opened the door. Stairs. Let me change the street map. Oh.
And she walks into the room.
Uh-oh. Okay. Boop, boop. You will. Oh god, there's a raid. Proficiency bonus. Thanks for the raid. Welcome everybody to the rejects. We are currently running a, I guess, 5th edition updated version of Hidden Shrine of Tomoa-chan out of the Yawning Portal book. Excuse me. Normally I would be a little bit more colorful and excited, but I feel like crap today. So, woo. Anyway, Zosa, you open the door, and when you open the door, beyond the door is a modest-sized room with a lumpy pile of earthy material in the middle of the floor. Across from the door in the southeast corner, a glazed flask rests on a small shelf. In the northwest and northeast corners are 2 more shelves on which rest a small urn and a thin stone cylinder.
Zosa moves to the northish or eastish because of the messed up compass, and she'll inspect the item sitting on the shelf without touching it. Maybe a religion check.
Okay. Hold on. Everybody quit moving your tokens.
Stop moving. No.
Well, stop it before a meteor falls out of the sky. Even though you're underground.
Before a tiny bead falls out of the sky.
A Tarrasque pokes up out of the
We don't
ground
want
and
that.
kills you all.
Yeah, you know the room you're in, Zosa? Ancient red dragon.
Rar.
Pitfall trap.
I've been falling for 30 minutes. As you enter this room and go inspect whatever it was you said you were going to go inspect, excuse me, what is it? Sorry, damn it. Words are hard. The earthy material and things in the center of the room, you hear and you notice it start to shift and move as this greets your presence.
Wow.
Ooh, a pile of earth.
It's a pile of worms.
Kind of looks like Borg.
It's a pile of worms.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's more Eldar's elf pudding.
That is true. It's manifested.
So,
I'm starting to think the same thing.
everybody, roll me initiative, please.
Do I have to?
I rolled a nat 20, and then I rolled a natural 1.
Zosa's clearly off her game.
No, there's the dice rolls I remember.
I mean, hey, you're second on initiative. Third, my bad.
Yinia,
Yeah,
It's
but I
your
rolled
turn.
13.
I don't know what's going on, so
Okay. Okay, so oh boy. Hmm. Okay. All right. um, Zosa, you see all of these mouths just start moving and flapping all at the same time. They're just like gibbering a whole bunch of nonsense you can't really make sense of, because as soon as you try to focus in on what one of them is saying, you hear like 20 others. It just sounds like a whole bunch of incoherent nonsense. But all of a sudden you see one spits this like greenish like chemical glob at you, and oh, look at the spins.
That was a hell of a dice roll. What was
Well,
that?
I have no idea, because I just dropped the save onto Zosa and it decided to play top instead.
It was like a dreidel for a second.
Yeah.
Dreidel.
Except it's not made of clay. Everybody else, well, almost said Verb. Borg, you'll definitely see this without a doubt. Zosa, as this thing hits you almost in the face, kind of hits you like right below your chin, you know, right up in your chest area or whatever, it explodes in a blinding flash of light. And you are blinded. You have
Just threw
been
a
blinded
flashbang
by
at
the
you.
light.
Wrapped up like a douche in a
The runner in the night.
He just threw up a flashbang at you.
Pretty much. And
This is where the nat 20s come out.
Hang on a second. Let me give myself the blinded condition.
you've already got it.
Oh, I don't see it on my character. I just put it on me now. That's weird. I didn't see it until I just put it on me.
Oh, that's weird.
it's
I don't know.
closer to the beginning.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
right after no magic. So
Yeah, I see it. So that's weird how they stack. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand it either. It kind of just it's way over to you, and one of the like 5 million mouths that this thing has tries to bite you. Oh boy. Oh boy. And
Actually, great.
okay. Whoop. All right.
Before Borg.
Yeah, I was gonna say Borg before at the very beginning of your turn, because technically all this would have happened to begin with right away. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Wow. All right, go ahead. Carry on.
What a save.
You right.
Before Borg charges in, he will let the rest of the party know about the creature.
Okay. Hold on. Move your token because I was checking the giveaway thing. Move your token back to how you went around that way. Okay,
So
so
they're back forward.
so you started here, right? At the door. All right. All right. Roll me a strength check. Or sorry, strength saving throw. My bad. Excuse me. Okay. As you step into this room, you notice the area around where you're stepping is like it's kind of like almost dough like. You manage, especially being, you know, in a rage at the moment, have no problem making your way through it. However, the area around this creature is difficult terrain.
So difficult terrain from there. Or when I entered that space.
That right there would be 10 feet of movement. Mm-hmm. 30 and 40.
Oh, make my second attack.
Yep. You hit it.
Okay. I guess I'll move in. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. Do I get? So is it advantage or +2?
Okay. So where were you at again?
Back 4 spaces.
So right there.
Yes.
We moved 20 feet to get there.
Yeah.
$40 feet will get you right there.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Is it hit?
Kick, punch.
Jab.
All in the mind.
Bop it.
Twist it, pull it, poke it, jerk it, flick it.
Flick it.
And then I will spend a key point.
Okay.
For 2 additional melee attacks. Oh, crunchy.
For a little
One
pop
and
pop.
20s from there.
Max
And
damage
max
too.
damage.
Nice.
Yeah!
Just jump in and start chopping the hell out of it.
You're like making all this noise.
Okay.
Max, go from max damage to
no.
min damage.
I need to see if I can apply effect. Well, I know I can disengage as a bonus action, but I actually gained 10 feet. How far can I go with just 10?
One step
square.
outside the door.
Outside the door.
Just one square.
Yep.
Is that okay? Can I move there, or is that too far for you?
I would say in this current circumstance, because it's the wall going through
Because
the
of the
door.
way the doorway is shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's difficult terrain type deal.
Yeah. I'll move there. Sorry, guys. My body will kind of be in the way a little bit.
Firm, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Can I
One
ask
that I
why?
thought would roll great.
I'm not proficient in it.
Roll me a D8, please. Okay. You are completely like distracted by all of the sounds and noises and squealings that this gibbering monster is just like filling your head with, to the point that that's why you have to make that saving throw, as it just kind of starts to overwhelm you. And with your dice roll, you do nothing this turn.
Okay. That's it.
Band-Aid will step up and try to look inside the door.
Okay. Also wisdom saving throw, please. You're fine.
Looking over Torrent, would I be able to see into the room?
Yeah.
I know I'm 5 foot behind him on the map, but
Oh yeah, you can see into the room. It's not.
all right. He will cast Sacred Flame on this thing. Oh, come on. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, nothing happens.
Alrighty. Zosa,
Zosa wheels
wisdom
Around.
save, please.
wisdom save.
Yes, please. Oh boy. Roll a D8, please. Same thing as Vern.
And what was Verm?
On a
happens.
1 to 4, the creature does nothing.
Okay. Yeah, Zosa, she's just blinded. She's got flashed with this spit. She doesn't take any action.
Oh yeah,
Pass her turn.
that. Hold on. Okay. Yep. All right. Yin, it is your turn. You're muted if you're talking.
Did hello?
Okay, now I hear you.
No, it just didn't come through. The shoot. I'm just gonna use my commander's strike on Torrent to allow him to make a attack as a reaction.
You're gonna
Toss
make
the
it-
darts, Torrent.
The darts.
Sure.
The magic darts.
And you do get an
Hey.
additional D8.
Okay.
Just roll it separately.
So, yeah. Okay.
I'll add it.
So, go damage, and then going from right to left. Which one is the D8 for the third one?
The one that looks like a diamond shape.
Or
Yeah, the third one. Oh, pretty good. Bringing it to a total of 13.
Okay.
that'll be my turn.
Thank you for that.
I can't really get over there and do anything, so.
All right. Borg, you notice some of the eyes all over this thing, and the mouths start kind of like focusing their attention on you. And Miss Borg, what is your bonus to your strength saving throw?
I have a +7 to strength saves.
All right, make me a strength saving throw. Okay. No issue at all. Some of the mouths kind of like reach out and just all over you, but you know, barbarians resist a lot of damage. That's its turn. Borg, wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save?
Yes, sir. Oh boy. Roll me a what was it? D8.
No whammies. No whammies.
That's the way. I mean, you do nothing this turn.
Okay. All right.
Wisdom
so,
save.
me wisdom save.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yes, please.
Not too good. Well, I'm okay in the wisdom department, I guess.
Everybody
I do
wisdom
that,
save before you do anything.
Inspiration. Way better. Turned that one around.
See, guys, y'all collectively as a party, you all have rolled a crap ton of nat 20s tonight.
Definitely.
So I guess I withstand.
We have the nat 20 generator now.
Yeah, it's because I'm wearing a crit magnet shirt. That's why. But unfortunately, even with a 23, the save was
Really?
23.5.
What? That's
No,
funny.
you're fine. Go ahead.
23.5. What is this, Pathfinder?
Pretty much.
3.1.
Wow, joke's on you. I like Pathfinder.
You mean Math Finder?
Oh man, I kind of like it. But
I
anyway,
love Pathfinder.
start throwing some punches. 4. Well, that sucked. Another key point. May as well. This was a tough fight. Okay. And one more. Hey.
Torrent is
Right.
just the freaking
Doing monk shit.
yeah.
I think collectively I have enough movement to get here for sure, out of the way. So that'll close out my turn.
Yes.
Nope.
D8, please.
Nope.
Nope. Band-Aid. Band-Aid, I will say you wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead and roll because you can only fail on a 1. So no, you're fine.
Stupid cantrips never work.
Not always. But when they do. Um. So, Band-Aid, would you like to explain how you do this?
Yes, a ball of lightning comes flying out of his hand, hits it, and since it is kind of a gelatinous type creature with some semblance of moisture in it, it just electrocutes it on the spot.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, with that being said, since Mandy redeemed a card for a loot chest, stream loot chest giveaway, and we only have 2 entrances, one being Mandy and one being Jaff, I'll go ahead and close this out now because it's been going for almost an hour. I forgot. And we'll draw a winner. You got a 50-50 shot, Jaff. And Mandy won it.
Aw.
And Duff's
Well,
like,
you-
give them both one.
No, I do no such thing.
Well, that's your decision.
No, I will
Congratulations, Mandy.
because
You won fair and
I
square.
will because I know Duff will just do it anyways.
The mighty Praetor.
He'll take you into the back alley after the game. Teach you a lesson.
No, Master Woodchip, I'll do better next time. I promise.
Really? Mighty is right. That's good. Duff is funny. Haven't actually talked to him in a while.
He's right there. Talk to him.
Yeah, what's up with that, Duff? No,
That's a fair point. Well, I'm trying to focus on the game, you know.
Duff doesn't love us anymore.
yeah, he neglects us. We're like his expendables, like Durnan.
Durnan's Expendables, yeah.
Thursday night expendables.
Who would win in a fight?
Thursday
Who would win in a fight, Durnan or Praetor?
Ooh. Well, Durnan's immortal, isn't he?
We know nothing about Praetor and his powers. He could be just
True.
an average man with incredible charisma.
He's like the one guy from Deadpool 2 that's
You're
in the
making too many
X-Force.
points right
Oh
now.
yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be a.
He's like,
think
I
it'd
don't
be a
know why I'm
stalemate.
here.
It would be a stalemate that brings Waterdeep to its knees.
Praetor's power is Deus Ex Machina. He just makes things happen. Just like it's almost like the wish granter thing from Wonder Woman. It just becomes true.
Yeah, this is true. That would be an interesting deal. Duff, we'll have to figure something out on that sometime.
Because I think I asked him a while back in the old Thursday game, like, does Praetor even get stats? Like, do you stat a god or like how what you know?
His dump stat is a 20.
Are there mythic
yeah,
tiers?
right.
Beatable.
Are there mythic tiers for D&D characters? Like, I know Pathfinder kind of delved into that some, but we're not Pathfinder. We don't play that stupid game.
God, so weird.
I am beyond numbers. God, I love it. I just imagine him screaming this from the mountaintop. I see all. Praetor sees all. I am beyond numbers.
I love
Ah!
it.
Lightning bolts
You
flying
cannot
from-
equate me to anything within this mortal realm.
Thunderclouds start gathering.
He's just shooting a laser beam like made out of sheep, just like just littering the countryside.
Yeah, did I hear that right? Did you say sheep just then?
Sheep,
Yeah,
just
no.
like he's just like conjuring 100,000 sheep per minute, just like across the mountainside.
Like a
Back
sea
to the
ram.
subject at hand.
C-ram a sheep.
Almighty Shikenin.
It sounds like Praetor is like Waterdeep's version of Sheogorath.
I like that though.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it too.
The Mad God, yes.
Yes.
Jack.
God, that was
Oh,
one of the
boy.
best things about Oblivion. Oh my God, that was so good.
I don't think Zosa has met Praetor. I don't think anybody has met Praetor, unless Praetor is the mysterious stranger.
No, I don't think anybody from this campaign has met Praetor.
Nope.
Which
No,
one?
not yet.
You will know that
Wait.
Praetor is kind of
Right.
an enigma of sorts. He's a very shy man, shy person.
I feel like Praetor has to be one of the masked lords of Waterdeep. There's like 9 of them, and then there's one open lord. But I feel like Praetor, like everyone thinks Praetor's one of the masked lords of Waterdeep. Just like spoilers. Durnan is one of the masked lords as well, but no one knows. Like that's the point. I feel like Praetor would definitely fit the bill.
You know?
Can we take a quick break real quick?
Yes, bio break. I have to pee too. We will be right back here in just a few minutes. While we argue with Duff about Praetor's backstory and stuff in chat because we like giving Duff a hard time. It's fun. Anyway, yeah, come back here in just a few minutes, and we'll continue on for a little bit longer tonight. Hopefully my voice holds up through to the end, and yeah, we'll be right back.
See you guys.
See ya.
Refresh yourself. It's intermission time. The concession stand is open and ready to serve you.
Wait till you see what I get from the refreshment counter. Oh boy, popcorn and candy bars and ice cream and oh boy, sparkling ice cold Coca-Cola. Oh boy, that tastes good. Have you been to the refreshment counter?
Remember, your favorite snack will taste especially good with world-famous ice-cold Coca-Cola.
It's time to stretch and fetch. See what's cooking at our refreshment counter. You'll find your favorite foods and beverages, plus many new goodies to tempt your appetite and add to your evening's pleasure. Everything's the finest quality. So treat yourself now.
After the show, please replace the speaker on its stand. If you accidentally break the cord, please turn the speaker in at the refreshment stand or the manager's office. Thank you. And by the way, on your way home, drive.
Where's everybody going? To the refreshment center. It's everybody's favorite spot for delicious, tasty food, from a snack to a full meal. Drinks, coffee, hot chocolate, and ice-cold drinks of all flavors, plus all the extras, including gum, ice cream, candy. Make your evening at this drive-in even more enjoyable. The refreshment stand has everything to make your visit here a pleasant one. Why not get something now?
It's intermission time, folks. Time out for a delicious snack in our sparkling refreshment building. Every item a fresh, appetizing taste treat. Crispy, crunchy, hot buttered popcorn. Really good. Sizzling hot dogs, bursting with juicy goodness. Candy bars, a taste-tempting array. Tangy, tasty barbecues, served piping hot. Thirst-quenching, refreshing, ice-cold drinks. Refreshing, delicious, satisfying ice cream. Fresh brewed hot coffee, as you like it.
Mustard and relish, you'll guarantee mouth-watering satisfaction. And now he slips his costume on a beautiful golden bun. There's his cue to go out on stage.
He's the natural.
He's the rage. Meet this personality at our refreshment counter. Treat the family.
How do you like your pizza? Gobbled? Nibbled? Two-fisted style. You'll like ours best anyway. A crisp, delicate crust topped with our own special nippy tomato sauce, seasoned just the way you like it, and lots of golden Italian cheese melted right in. Delicious, and on sale now at the Refreshment Center. Pizza, piping hot and tangy. How about some right now? Wouldn't some hot buttered popcorn hit the spot right now? Extra fluffy, extra big kernels of it popped to perfection. Then drenched with the golden goodness of pure sweet creamery butter. Can't you just taste it? We heat the container extra high, but you better buy 2 more for the rest of the family. Piping hot, golden buttered popcorn at the Refreshment Center right now.
How do you make a picture of a perfect hamburger? Start with the finest grade of government-inspected beef. Take it sizzling hot from the griddle and serve it up on an oven-fresh bun. For the finishing touches, add mustard, ketchup, relish, or the works. Makes your mouth water, doesn't it? Yes, that picture-perfect hamburger is waiting for you right now at your refreshment center. There's time to pick up enough for everyone.
As you leave the theater, folks, please be careful. Don't let this happen to your car. Be sure to remove the speaker before you leave. If you should accidentally pull a speaker loose, please turn it in at our snack bar or box office. Thank you.
Hot popcorn, just popped.
Try a terrific hot barbecue sandwich.
It's intermission time, folks, and that means it's time for a tasty snack. How about a stroll over to the refreshment counter for a delicious bite to eat? You don't have to worry about missing any part of the show because our announcer will let you know 3 minutes before the show starts again. See you over at the refreshment counter. And now, here's our own special hot chocolate.
Extra creamy, rich, and delicious because we whip every drop frothy smooth. Gives it something special in the flavor department. Creamy hot chocolate at the Refreshment Center.
Pop's old-fashioned soda shop. Remember how good Pop's candy and soft drinks were? His popcorn was the best in town. Some of your fondest memories are of refreshing treats from Pop's Soda Shop. Well, there's no reason why you can't enjoy flavorful treats today, just like way back then. Visit our refreshments.
It's refreshment time, and our refreshment stand is loaded with good things to eat. There's crispy, crunchy popcorn and hot, delicious buttered popcorn, lots of candy, and frosty, refreshing cold drinks. Why not treat yourself at the Refreshment Center now?
Nothing refreshes like frosty, delicious ice cream. At your refreshment stand, you'll find every kind and every flavor of frozen treats. Refreshing, good as they can be. Yes, tasty ice cream for everybody at the Refreshment Center. Pick some up now.
Popcorn hungry, we have it. Kettle from the Popper. There are other treats for you, too, such as fresh candies and ice cream. Visit the Refreshment Center now. Enjoy a delicious snack and ice-cold Coca-Cola.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown, couched in a soft bun, and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Now, it's showtime.
Refresh yourself. It's intermission time. The concession stand is open and ready to serve you.
Wait till you see what I get from the refreshment counter. Oh boy, popcorn and candy bars and ice cream and oh boy, sparkling ice-cold Coca-Cola. Oh boy, that tastes good. Have you been to the refreshment counter?
Remember, your favorite snack will taste especially good with world-famous ice-cold Coca-Cola.
It's time to stretch and fetch. See what's cooking at our refreshment counter. You'll find your favorite foods and beverages, plus many new goodies to tempt your appetite and add to your evening's pleasure. Everything's the finest quality. So treat yourself now.
After the show, please replace the speaker on its stand. If you accidentally break the cord, please turn the speaker in at the refreshment stand or the manager's office. Thank you. And by the way, on your way home, drive.
Where's everybody going? To the Refreshment Center. It's everybody's favorite spot for delicious, tasty food from a snack to a full meal. Drinks, coffee, hot chocolate, and ice-cold drinks of all flavors, plus all the extras including gum, ice cream, candy. Make your evening at this drive-in even more enjoyable. The Refreshment Stand has everything to make your visit here a pleasant one. Why not get something now?
It's intermission time, folks. Time out for a delicious snack in our sparkling refreshment building. Every item a fresh, appetizing taste treat. Crispy, crunchy, hot buttered popcorn. Really good. Sizzling hot dogs, bursting with juicy goodness. Candy bars, a taste-tempting array. Tangy, tasty barbecues, served piping hot. Thirst-quenching, refreshing, ice-cold drinks. Refreshing, delicious, satisfying ice cream. Fresh brewed hot coffee, as you like it.
With mustard and relish, you'll guarantee.
That's probably all I can
Depends on where we're at.
Yeah. Greetings, we have returned.
Remember the what, Ryan?
Break went a little longer because we were talking about previous Dragon Heist games. You know, fun recollection stuff. Anyway, where do we leave off? Oh, Band-Aid absolutely just decimated this little creature made of eyes and mouths and all kinds of other things. Boobs. Okay, it is gone.
Elf pudding.
Self-pudding.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Borg and Zosa, you will notice now that the ground no longer has that like gooey, like dough-like type of texture. Your footing now seems to be solid.
Is Zosa still blind?
No, that would have ended on its next turn.
It's a permanent effect.
It's permanent effect. You're just blind now.
That's
can
important.
fix it.
It's very important.
Yeah. So
Zosa just glances at Borg. Borg, can you make an insight check for me?
So much character development happening.
I'm gonna make something I.
Jesus.
When you guys lock eyes, Zosa seems to blush. She seems embarrassed about something, but she breaks your gaze, and she sets about tidying up your uniform. She slings her crossbow and just like rubs at her eyes to get the gunk off her face. She doesn't say anything.
All right. All right. Zosa, before you were onset by this gibbering monstrosity, you said you were checking all the things in the room, correct?
Well, that's right.
Okay. Across, basically where you're at in that particular area where you are, you see a glazed flask rests on a small shelf, and across the room in the two different corners, you'll see resting on two other shelves, a small urn and a thin stone cylinder.
Can you tell me again what the one in front of me looks like?
It is a glazed flask. That's all it says.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zosa kind of mutters to herself, like, all of this to protect such a small thing. And Zosa will pick up the flask.
You pick up the flask and you notice that like it is not just like a regular normal ordinary flask. It is very ornate in nature. It's glazed, so it's not just like the regular glass that you see, like, you know, potions and other flasks, like, you know, most holy water and things come in. But will notice that this one doesn't particularly have any liquid in it. Instead, you see a powder in it.
Is there any way I can identify it?
With an identify spell.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't know if it's magical.
Right.
I just... Zosa sets it down. She doesn't think any... Actually, let me make an Arcana check. Let me just see if maybe she might recognize that it has some sort of significance. And she'll set it down and she'll call out and say, someone might want to take a look at this. Bandal, perhaps your skills would be useful here. She moves around the smushed pile of goop that used to be the creature, past board over to the other urn. She'll take a look at that one.
The urn from a distance looks and appears to be at least of shape of just your normal ceremonial type of urn, you know, used for urn purposes. I mean, yeah. There's not really a whole lot of description to really give there. However, this one has a lot of different like you might be able to tell it has some type of religious markings and other things about it that are fairly foreign to you, but you being of the slightly religious inclination can recognize, you know, certain things even across the different religions.
Zosa will not disturb this one. She'll move over to the one to the south and take a look at that urn in the corner or item.
Okay, you see excuse me, this is a short cylinder made of stone, and across its surface is runes have been engraved onto it. Not of any particular language per se, but you can tell just by looking at it that it is probably of arcane nature.
Okay. Zosa will set it back down and just say, this one too. There's something about these items. They may be of value. Hopefully, it did not come in here in vain. Zosa will head back to the urn in the top.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make some kind of maybe a religion check to identify if it's remains, like ashen remains?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you could also open the top too, but
I don't think Zosa's ready to do that.
Yeah. Do you pick it up, or do you just kind of like glance at it?
She'll very carefully pick it up and take a good look around it.
All right, when you pick it up, you'll immediately notice that it has a little bit more heft to it than something that would be full of ash. And as you're kind of turning it around and moving it to take a look at it, you can feel something solid moving inside of it.
Something solid, like it's thumping, or is it like a liquid, or
No, it's something solid.
Zosa will turn to face the group, and she'll say, "There is something in here, but I do not know if I want to disturb it. Could you give me a second opinion, Bandal?"
Does it make noise? Does it? Is it solid as in, he looks at Verm and winks, as in gold coin?
In the silence of the chamber, Zosa rolls the urn back and forth so it makes the sound. Whatever sound it is. I'm guessing it sounds like one singular object, or what does it sound like exactly?
It just sounds like one singular object. It doesn't sound like metal clanging, around inside. So,
what if it's just another one of these creatures in there?
Then we should destroy it before it comes behind us while we are sleeping.
Then you have your answer. Open it.
Get ready. And Zosa makes like she's going to toss it at the ground.
Borg, switch me.
Zosa flings the urn to the ground in the square right here, to her south east. So she flings the urn to the ground and hopefully shatters it.
I'll say, yeah, it shatters. Roll initiative. No, I'm just kidding. You shatter the urn, and it just kind of explodes away into many broken pieces and fragments. And where the urn impacted, you just see an item of sorts, an object, if you will, just kind of like laying there on the ground. Band-Aid, you would probably be, I guess, the most outfitted for this. Give me a medicine check. Okay.
Pretty good.
General's 19.
Yeah. You will notice, kind of like kneeling down and getting a better look at it. You will notice that it is a dried heart of something. But since you rolled so incredibly well, you will notice that it is a dried heart of a mighty Yuan-Ti.
This appears to be the heart of a Yuan-Ti. Why it is here in this urn, I could not tell.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Neither do I.
Why is that, Vern? Why is that, Vern?
Super glue.
It's a wand. It's a heart.
This place is nothing but danger and ruin. We have been led astray for hours and days. We have been trapped down here. I want to escape. I care not for the sword anymore. I just want to go home. And Zosa kicks the heart into the corner.
Take a bite out of it.
And Zosa pushes past you.
Getting an echo from somebody. I don't know who.
Well, sometimes when
I believe it's Loco.
Sometimes when we transmit, it picks up a bit of a feedback thing.
I think it's Loco, and I think that's why he's
Picking it
pushed
up
it
when I'm picking something up sometimes when Ben talks.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Anyway.
Is there any other way into or out of this room? I see that that stretch that looks like maybe a bridge or something on the left. But does that lead to anything in particular, like another door?
That's the little tunnel that I had found.
That is up top of the hill diorama.
Yeah. We don't really know where it goes.
Is Yenia next to a diorama? Were there not little devils up there, like forcing people to push rocks up hills or something?
There were. That's why she had to keep making I think it was what, strength saves or something to make it up there?
Athletics.
For athletics. Yeah.
It was a pain.
It's probably why she hasn't got back off of that hill after getting back up there.
That's yes.
I mean, I understand. I get it.
Watch this.
Do you all leave the items in that room, or do you bring them with?
Maybe not the heart.
You're the one telling Zosa to take a bite out of it. Why don't you take a bite out of it, man?
I'm not stupid. No.
Zosa disregards the items.
Since when? Since Band-Aid has whispered sweet melodies into my ear while I'm asleep.
You hear Toby communicating with you telepathically. You should eat it.
Toby, why don't you eat it?
I don't need to.
The gods feed me.
That's right. I feed off your life force. Okay, so you're taking the flask and the like stone cylinder, whatever thing.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, it's been a while since I've done this. Fantasy Grounds. How do okay. Copy. It sure did. Okay. Excuse me.
I think Zosa wants to leave the room. If there's no other obvious way out of the room other than the way we came, I think Zosa's inclined to just go back the way we came.
I want to go through the tunnel.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, if you guys want to, if you want to do that, Zosa would help you with that. But I think she's really frustrated with this room in particular.
What if that tunnel is what we saw down the well room?
Zosa will try to make her way up the hill to meet Yenia.
And there's a light above it, and we saw a light in the well room. I don't remember anything else though.
I don't remember anything from that room.
That's right.
We remember stuff that we saw, like afterwards.
All right, Zosa, athletics check, please.
Athletics.
Yes, sir. Let me double check. Oh boy, roll me a d4 to see which direction you roll off the hill after being knocked off of it. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
To climb it as well.
You make it up, no problem. There you
Am
are.
I within 5 feet of another diorama?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Not again.
All right. Yeah, you're like, I will not be bested by this fake hill, and you.
I will not be bested by this fake hill.
There you go. Or D4. You get pushed off the hill by some invisible magic beings. Yeah, I'm just gonna say eventually you all make it up to the top. Because
That's
there's
fair. Torrent would have kept trying.
I know.
Take 20.
Yeah.
The DC gets harder every time you try to go up.
What an ordeal.
No, it's a good thing they knocked you unconscious, Vern, because your DC was at like 23 at that point.
I wasn't passing that.
Yeah. Okay, so all right. Again, also as kind of a bit of a reminder / refresher. The light in the ceiling comes from the walls of the chute that is right above you. It seems like it's some type of chimney of sorts. Looking at it, you all can tell it can be reached by someone who climbs on the shoulders of another character. It will take some ingenuity to actually get up into it, because there are no protuberances to hold on to. But you will notice that the steeply inclined passage is full of cobwebs.
Full of what?
Cobwebs.
Cobwebs.
Oh, those are fun.
Webs of
The
cob.
old decrepit tunnel.
It's true.
Forward with me up.
Brings us back to where we started.
Zosa offers to fire a flame-lit arrow down the tunnel to try to clear out some of the cobwebs, or at least see the other end of the tunnel.
Sure.
All right, Zosa takes out a torch and lights it. She'll pass it to Torrent, and then she'll grab one of her crossbow bolts and dip it in some oil with rags, and then she'll light it with the torch. She'll stand in front of the tunnel and fire the crossbow bolt while it's on fire.
You'll fire it up, and you can tell that it goes up about, you can guess at least a good 10 feet or 10 to 15 feet, and then you just see it like a fiery streak kind of go up and then just go think, and then your bolt falls back down, but you do see the cobwebs start to kind of burn away, and it illuminates it up just enough that you can tell that it seems that this chimney of sorts seems to go up at least 10 feet and then sharply juts off to the other direction.
Do we have a grappling hook?
Or pythons. We could weave rope.
Zosa has a climber's kit. Climber's kit includes special pythons, boot tips, gloves, and a harness. You can use the climber's kit as an action to anchor yourself. When you do, you cannot fall more than 25 feet from the point where you anchor yourself. And you cannot climb more than 25 feet away from that point without undoing the anchor. So one thing we could do is we could shimmy Zosa up the wall here, and then she could shimmy across the ceiling with the climber's kit and then dangle a rope down once she's got the pythons installed. Pythons, whatever you want to call
it. Well, you do notice, or you would know that the chute, or whatever you want to call it, is coming down from the ceiling. So pretty much
lift Zosa in and then python inside the chute.
Yes.
Yeah, that could work too.
Have Zosa sit on like Borg's shoulders and get the first one started if it's tall enough, and then you could anchor in and move up a little bit, do another one.
Yep.
Whatever it takes to get out of this room.
If we're all going up there, do we want to do it stealthily?
Zosa wouldn't really be able to do that.
I'm not sure in that confined of a space.
But
yeah, but it's still in that confined of a space.
I'm
not sure it would do a lot of good.
I will have to hammer the python into the stone.
I was talking about when it shuts off and we're going to be climbing through it, right?
Someone pick me up.
Or go for give her a boost.
All right, so I guess we go through the motions. We get a python installed and dangle a rope down from it.
Okay.
And Zosa comes down off of Borg's shoulders. She's still not talking to him.
Okay.
But she gestures for Verm, as if to say, go ahead.
You want me to go first?
If we are going to do this quietly, then you should go first.
Okay, I'll go up. Do you need a check or anything?
No, I'll say you all can, like, you know, using the old 3.5 mechanic stuff, you all can like take 10 or whatever. And yeah, I'm not gonna make you hold to get up.
Okay.
There's too many things that you could use in this situation to successfully get up there. I'm not gonna make you hold. Vern, you will get up there and you will notice that it is about maybe 4 feet wide. Very narrow quarters, very narrow tunnel. Not so much for you being a goblin, but for everybody else, you're pretty sure that like this is gonna be a tight squeeze for them.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace and see if we can try to be stealthily.
Yeah.
So are we all going to proceed?
Yes.
Okay, so I will need a marching order of sorts, please.
I think Zosa wants to go after Verm. especially if she's been given the stealth bonus. She wants to cover him.
I mean, if I'm the least affected, I'll go in front and I'll keep out my shield and rapier.
Okay.
I guess I'll fall behind Yinya.
Band-Aid's gonna look at Borg and go, I do not think the two of us can make it through there.
I will agree.
Yeah, you two will notice that it's going to be a tight squeeze for you all, but you can do some shimmy around and make your way through it.
After you.
Perfect. Anyway, you notice that the tunnel continues downward, or to map north, not actual north. Okay. So what do you all do?
Attempt to make our way down.
All right. All right. Verm, when you get to that point, at first you didn't necessarily hear it of sorts, but you also have alert, so you can't be surprised or caught off guard. Sorts. You've got your sword and your shield up, and you're kind of, you know, down this narrow corridor, and you step there, and then all of a sudden, like out of the corner of your eye, you just kind of go and turn your head right as you see a whole bunch of eyes come running for you, and you hear the sound of 8 legs going.
Did they hear me?
No, they saw you.
So can I move?
You can. Here in a sec. Everybody roll me initiative, please. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna say, Verm, this would technically be the surprise round, air quotes, but you can act on surprise round. So
yep.
Basically our attacks or whatever you choose to do plus the whatever the creature chooses to do basically will happen at the same time. Yeah,
is it right next to me or
why is it not? It's not unhiding itself. What the hell?
Is it because there's a piece of black on the edges? Like, does the whole square have to be completely...
That's right. Hold on. Thank you, Ben. Vern, you asked me a question, right? Is it right beside you?
Yes. That would be a yes.
I think so.
Well, if I have my turn, I shall swing.
So everyone has a surprise condition except for Verm and the creature.
Yes.
Which you all can move, but you can't like take any actions. Verm, I will say, even though
you say attacks are at disadvantage.
Well, here's the thing. It says because it's the cramped quarters impose disadvantage on weapon attack rolls. That doesn't really make a lot of sense for most ranged weapons, you know, like a bow or a crossbow, if you will. But it also makes no sense for like a piercing weapon, like a spear, because you can. It's a thrust weapon.
Or a rapier.
Or a rapier, yes. So if it does piercing damage, you can roll normally. If it's bludgeoning or slashing or anything like that, the attack would be at disadvantage because you're in a cramped, narrow corridor.
Okay.
So, that being said, oh, such somber music. I'm gonna identify this thing. It's a big it's a big spooter.
It's not always a beetle.
Spooter.
It's dang old big old spider looking thing.
So do I get my whole action without him going, or are you gonna do that right after my turn?
No, they both basically happen at the same time.
Okay. I'll roll my other attack.
Okay.
Oh.
Huh. Well,
it's luck to die.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, so you definitely get the first hit off. I'm going to.
Yeah, I'd say it would hit me too. Wouldn't be fair for me to just get both attacks off.
No, it's totally fair. Like, that's exactly what the feat allows you to do. You just don't get the surprise condition.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. No wonder it rolled it weird. Okay. So let's try this again. Okay, well, the dice gods are favoring you today, Vern.
Yeah.
Because you turn and react in reaction to this thing coming for you. You just you jab it with your rapier. It kind of lets out some type of insectoid type of squee of sorts as it kind of goes and tries to hit you with a web attack and misses somehow horribly. And you dodge out of the way, and then you stab it in the face again and do enough damage to bring it down. Good job.
I like to see.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll look back at the party and I'll be like, really, like, eyes are really open. I point to the right of me, and I'll say, shh.
Hunting rabbits.
So I'm gonna keep my eye open now on little cave openings with spiders.
Might not be a bad idea.
If more don't come out right now, they will continue to move.
All right, I will unlock tokens now.
Do you want me to make just a general perception check? Or would this be more investigation?
No, you can you can tell now, like you look back up here at the where the spider was, and it just kind of seems like the spider, that's just where it was waiting for anybody or anything that crossed its path. The tunnel continues northward.
Okay. I'm heading down. Making sure I don't fall into more spider nests.
Okay, at the end of this, there is a pewter cover at the end of this chute. It requires a strength check to move it out of the way, but it's very low, so I'm just gonna say you get it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and make you roll over and over and over again.
Vern's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's funny, it's humorous. We all get a good chuckle out of it, like the first couple of rolls, but eventually it's like, okay, you eventually get it, because yeah, eventually you're gonna not roll like
you don't want me to waste my nat 20s.
I mean, y'all have wasted plenty of them tonight already.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, so you pushed it out of the way, and the tunnel comes out the bottom of a stone ring from the inside of the room, resembles a well. This room is small and plainly decorated. On the north and south sides are fountains made of bronze inlaid marble. On the southern one is cracked, and only dry, limey deposits remain in it. The northern one contains about 2 feet of dark water, fed by a trickle that falls from the top of the fountain. In the water, the white, gauzy form of a crayfish lies on a bed of lime incrustations. To the west, stairs lead up out of the room, and to either side of the stairs along the west wall are narrow, dust-covered ledges.
Guess I'll tell Zosa about what I see.
Well, go on then.
I'll make my way out.
Making my way downtown.
Walking. I'll give room for people to come out. And I'll hold guard, I guess. Make sure nothing pops out.
Yep.
Go straight down the well.
Zosa clambers out.
Do we need to reroll stealth because initiative happened, or?
Sure, if you want. Or you can keep your rolls. I really don't.
I'll keep my roll of 34.
Like, I can say right now, the spider thing, like that would have happened unless you were invisible. So.
Yeah. I just don't want people to hear us if we're going upstairs or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I imagine eventually the rest of the party makes their way into the room.
No, it's pretty cozy in there, especially for Band-Aid and Board.
Probably more cozy for Board than it is Band-Aid. Band-Aid will probably just get out of the tunnel and be like, "Oh, my back."
My beef.
Oh, my beef.
My spinal cord.
Okay, so you all right. Y'all make your way into the room. And again, here I'll just put the descriptions in chat. You got some wells and some stairs and a door and a room with walls and the floor and an overhead covering.
Do we want to investigate this room more or just head out?
Zosa pushes past. She goes up the stairs. And she'll open the door.
Guess that answers that question, bro.
This it does.
Although I'm kind of fed up too with the shenanigans.
Don't forget to listen and look for traps.
Zosa goes heedlessly.
Never mind. You remind me of a younger me. Like 2 days ago me.
Okay. Let me uncover what you all will see.
Shenanigans.
Death and despair.
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know what you think it is. All right. In the middle of this chamber appears to be the withered, preserved form of a centaur mounted on a slab of marble, tinted green and decked out in lacquered leather, feathers, and copper wire jewelry. He faces the western entrance to this chamber. The centaur holds a bronze hafted pike tipped with a broad blue-gray flame-shaped spearhead. Scattered around the room are jewelry and knickknacks made of beaten copper, cut and polished obsidian, shells, quartz, and coral. Much of this treasure is at the feet of the centaur, symbolically being trod underfoot. 2 tall urns, shaped like wicker baskets, stand along the north wall, each one filled with river stones. And lucky for you guys, there's a picture of this thing. Maybe.
Whoa, wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically, Vern, seeing this room, you get the inclination that there's shinies in this room.
Do we see the whole room?
I feel like Vern would probably learn his lesson now about robbing things next to dead corpses.
Would he though?
So you said it's the centaur is facing the western wall. It means it's basically facing down, right? It's facing away from us.
Yes.
So when she enters the room and she sees this thing, she'll hold a hand up to halt the advance. And then she'll kind of make like a hand and arm gesture to indicate like one hostile. And she'll point into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Zosa will step to the side here. And she's going to use an action. Well, first of all, can I make a knowledge check of some kind? Maybe like a religion check? See if I recognize anything about this centaur creature. Maybe like some of its garb, or if it's been like mummified or preserved in some kind of holy ritual, or maybe an unholy ritual. Maybe a religion check.
I would say give me a religion check. That's pretty good.
What do I discern?
Judging from the regalia and the weaponry and everything that you can see about this words centaur mummified, there's the word, mummified centaur in front of you, that like the old traditions and religions, that this was a guardian of sorts. You probably recognize it as the offspring of Chitza Adlin, or Atlin, sorry, the guardian of the gateway to the underworld. You would know that these guardians normally have two functions: to prevent any but the dead from entering the area that they're to be guarding, and to keep the creatures that are already in those particular areas confined there.
Can I discern the alignment of the deity? Whether it's evil or good or neutral?
Probably neutral. Or I don't know. To be honest with you, it doesn't say anything.
Okay. I think Zosa will, if she can still take actions, she's gonna use an ability that she has as a paladin called Divine Sense. So as an action, I can open my senses and open my awareness to detect the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of me that is not behind total cover. I know the type of the being, but not its identity.
Okay.
I also know if there is the presence of a consecration or desecration ritual within the radius. So Zosa focuses for a moment, and she prays, and all she's thinking about is protecting the party. It's her sacred vow of devotion to the protection of the party, and it's the job she's getting paid for ostensibly. So she's trying to see if this thing is an actual undead creature.
This is a tough one. For the sake of brevity and to make this go along a little quicker, I will say, yeah, you detect one right in front of you.
Zosa glances back around the corner. She looks at Verm and Yenia and just winks and nods, kind of like gestures into the room with her head with a shrug. And she's going to draw her silver longsword. And with two hands, she's going to haul off and swing and try to hit this thing as hard as she possibly can. But first, she's going to use a bonus action to cast Divine Favor on herself. As she mutters a prayer to Helm to guide her through this coming battle.
I would step out of the way quickly for Yen.
you kind of step in right as she's like swinging past your head. She doesn't even notice. You don't even duck or anything. You just kind of walk through. Can I do this with advantage, since it seems we're catching this thing unawares?
Well, you're not really catching it unawares per se. You're just attacking. Essentially, at this point, it's more like an object, if you will.
Since my inspiration doesn't carry over, can I just give it to him for advantage on the roll?
Sure, why not?
All right. So I'll just make an attack roll in the open.
That is a hit.
All right. Zosa will expend 1 divine smite. First level. And here comes damage.
Get him
Is it
on
considered?
damage.
So that's... I don't know if it's all radiant. It should be a 1d10 plus 2 slashing and silver if it matters. And then the... Well, 1d4 is for radiant damage from the divine favor. And then the 2d8 is from the smite.
Okay,
But if it's
so
undead, it's another D.
yeah, so roll another d8.
All right. So a whole another 3 points.
All right.
Gotta love paladin smites.
This is what Zosa was made for. She just snuffed it out, and when she hits it, she screams out, "I have no time for this!"
Everybody always bitching about time. As you hit this, the eyes of this guardian just kind of flare up with this kind of strange type of aura, if you will, and it was kind of like reared up like this, and it kind of, you know, the front paws kind of play him down onto this altar of sorts, and it turns to face you two, or to face he's gonna face Verm as well and everything, but really turning to face you, Zosa, because you attacked it. Roll me initiatives, please.
Damn it.
Twice in a row, Verm.
Oh man, the DM finally gets a nat 20.
So I rolled a 21 against the spider.
Oh, the nat one from the other time, though.
Yeah. It's been 2 today.
Rough.
At least it's still a 10, though.
Fair.
It's true. Okay. Boop. Guardian's turn.
Is it missing its damage? It should be 27 damage.
It's on there.
Okay.
It just only has 200 health.
Don't say things like that.
Well, who knows? Maybe I'm gonna take the shinies after all.
Okay, Zosa, this thing, like it locks its gaze upon you, and its eyes just start roaring with this like type of white and purplish looking like flames and fire, and oh, it would help if I move windows away. Where is it? Bam, there we go. Okay, you succeeded on that. However, let's see. That didn't work, so It is going to thrust its pike at you. And oh shit. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
It's a party now.
The DM is net 20s.
I don't want to hear shit about that. You all have rolled so many tonight.
It's like the damn dragon again.
Seriously. I think Zosa is just slammed up against the wall with all hideous force and is just absolutely overwhelmed.
Oh, maybe that was a mistake.
Shut up.
Why?
And
well, shit.
Oh boy.
And we got this.
Sure.
And
both
that
melee right now.
is where we will hold until next session.
Perfect.
Oh,
We got this next week.
Got this next week. Again,
Maybe.
always thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to the players for always putting up with my BS and shenanigans. Even though I don't write 99% of the stuff that we're playing here on this particular session, I just like running them through the meat grinder, which is basically what a lot of these are. No joke. But speaking of meat grinders, the Friday group has their second, I think it's the second session of Aliens tomorrow night over on Free League's channel. Awesome group of guys. They came up with like an amazing game system, rule set, and everything using the Aliens IP, and it is absolutely a blast, and it's so much fun to watch. Also, I believe this Saturday is another episode of Rising Against the Slave Lords, the all-female campaign, including Duff. Take that however you want. And never a dull moment during that game either. And I believe that's it until Tuesday for another regular week of programming with Dungeon of the Mad Mage on Tuesday. Nothing on Wednesday yet. That will probably start up in February. We're just waiting on confirmation on that, and then back here Thursday. If you all want to be clued in on all the happenings, the best way is probably join the Discord. Also, I think it's this command, if I remember right. Yes, the Free League Publishing. Definitely go show the Free League Publishing guys a lot of love. They have been way more than generous to us for the things that they've allowed us to do on the channel and provided us. And Jay, Lord Gasumba, thank you for that resub, buddy. How's things been going over your way in Greyhawk Land? But yes, anybody watching, if you are a huge Greyhawk fan, from the ways of yesteryear, if you will, definitely go check out Lord Gosumba's channel. I think it's like what 99 or pretty much everything you all run on the channel, Jay, is like a mixture of like first and second edition of sorts, but it's all set in Greyhawk, if I remember correctly.
Don't forget about Mondays with Sam.
Yes, Jay. Yes, I'll get to that, Sam. Or Alex. Yes, that is correct, Jay. For Gary Con this year, virtual. Jay is running, or is spearheading, I guess would be the better term for it, I guess it's like a Greyhawk faction part of GaryCon, however you want to determine that. And yours truly is running the final, I think it's the final midnight to whatever in time it is event for that. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a late night. It should be interesting. That being said, yes, thank you, Alex. We do have new programming coming up on our YouTube channel, and one of those is the man playing Yinia is running Dragon of Icespire Peak. That one is live streamed on YouTube. The other one is Savage Worlds East Texas University, being ran by our longtime fan and contributor and everything of the sorts here on the channel, Eric Bleish. He will be running that. It will be pre-recorded. It's not going to be live streamed, but the videos will be uploaded to YouTube after, editing and all that kind of stuff. So definitely keep an eye out on that. That being said, there's the links for all that. So yeah, I think that's about all that we've got going on the channel for right now. Eventually there will be more as things finish and new things get started up, but you gotta wait for those things to happen before you can start talking about them. But yes, also virtual GaryCon, or technically GaryCon as a whole, will be virtual this year. We lucky sorts, however you want to look at it, are in charge of the entire virtual side of GaryCon this year. So Duff and Matt are going to be super busy, and I can't wait until it's over with. It'll be fun, but you know how it is. You always feel that con after effect. But that being said, we will see you all next week. If any of the players have anything to plug, I know Sam's game is Mondays at 7 or 8 CST.
7 CST, yeah.
This is pretty fun. We're getting into session 2 next week, delving into the mines of Nomengard.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, should be fun. All right. That being said, we will say goodbye till next week, and we will roll the outro.
Night, everybody.
So, see you, everybody. See you next week.
Be safe out there.
Good night, everybody.